So Discipline RC recently reviewed the new Hosim 1/10 scale short course truck. It's in this box, and he didn't like it. Now Hosim has definitely been hit and miss. They've had some not so great releases, and they've had some pretty good ones, especially here in like the last year, maybe year and a half. But out of all of them, I've been especially happy with their short course trucks so far. It started out with their M13, which is a 1/14 scale, really powerful for its size, kind of funky looking, but otherwise a very good car. Then the 1/8 scale M33. This is 6S capable, super powerful, and one of my favorite cars for just sliding around in the dirt that's not a rally car. It's not good at jumps, but this thing is an animal. So surely the one right in the middle, the 10th scale, the one that would likely be the most popular, they would spend a lot of effort making sure this one was good too, right? Or is Aaron just wrong?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no.
So let's see what happens here. First off, this Hosim is based off this JJRC I reviewed several months ago. And there were a few concerns with it. One being price, it was too expensive. And these feel like different compound. That's interesting. Tread looks the same. And there was some kind of drivetrain noise. Because look at this thing. That is a beast of a motor. That's Mod 1 gears. Like, this thing is built really well. When you're looking at it, you're like, wow. And I didn't really care for the way it drove. It was mostly okay. But the drivetrain noise really bothered me. I like the skull dude. Kind of made to look like the Red Bull. But I do think this looks pretty good too. I like the way it stands out. Center differential in the big one. Just an excellent car, and it would really be a shame if this one wasn't just as good on a smaller scale. Got a little air cooling hole. Another thing I'm noticing is the suspension in this one feels a lot softer. Now I will say in this it was too thick, but I think they went a little bit too far. This feels way too soft, while this one was too stiff. And in most cases, that's something fixable with different oils. This body feels pretty thick. I think that's going to be relatively durable. Front bumper has some pliability to it. That's good. Rear bumper also seems to have some pliability. We want some pliability because if it's not pliable, it's breakable. Oh, ooh. There's a difference. Okay, and that's a 6. I thought that was a 60 amp. It's a 90 amp ESC. That one says 100 amp. Yeah, and it is different. So that's a different ESC. They really don't want this battery falling out. I'd say she's strapped in nice. It's the same motor specs. It's a 3670 2850 kV. Fan on the motor, fan on the ESC. So these tires feel much stiffer than these. They've both been sitting out here in the same place, plus I've got it heated. It's only 49 degrees, but this is a way harder rubber than these are. What a strange thing to do. Size-wise, they're the same. The shocks look the same, so it is probably just thinner oil in here. But check out the construction of this. You've got a fully cradled motor, Mod 1 gears, slidable metal motor mount, like double, triple captured knuckle control arm joints, kind of like the Omni Terminator does. And I think, does Traxxas, does the X-Max do that too? 2 different positions you can mount the shocks in on the control arms. Same in the rear. Center differential, it is metal cased. Oh, there's another difference. That's a metal cased center diff. That's a plastic case. It comes with some extra knuckles, front and rear knuckles. That's nice. Tools, and a high-speed pinion. The box tells you that the differential is chromium steel gears, and it says premium rubber tires. I don't know that I believe that. They feel more like soft plastic. 21 kilogram servo. I mean, so far, everything's looking good. You got a hole for the center diff in case debris gets in there, it can fall out. Chassis is plastic, but you've got some metal reinforcement plates that actually continue all the way underneath the differentials. All metal shocks, adjustable tie rods. Like I showed, stout control arms. They have some flexibility. Yeah, those have a pretty good amount of flex to them, actually. Hard to say if it's enough flex, but they are flexing. You don't want too much because that throws stuff out of whack, especially at high speeds, which these things are pretty fast. It's got a separate receiver. That's always nice. I don't typically have issues with these controllers. They are very basic though. Upper support brace, metal universal joint axles in the front, and looks like metal dog bones in the rear. And they're thick too. They got some girth. Honeycomb chassis should help with strength. comes with a 5,000 milliamp 3S battery. I mean, looking at it here now with all this stuff, and I said the same thing about that one. It looks like a premium built car. I know I'm not gonna like these tires. There is no way. These are going to slide all over the place. Same thing happened with Aaron. I'm gonna look in it, see if it's got sealed bearings or not. Screwdrivers are over here. If you didn't know, there's a lot of parts inside an automatic transmission. Plus, I still got to pull all the individual valves out of the valve body and clean it up. Each one of these assemblies also is full of different parts as well. All have to go back in the right order. Tons of fun stuff here on this bench. Oh, right there. No, standard bearings. Center diff feels very nicely tuned. There's a lot of resistance there. Yeah, this one's a little bit more open. A little bit, not by much. I think they used a little bit thicker in here, maybe. Front feels pretty good. It's not too loose. And same in the rear. It feels pretty thickened up as well. Maybe even too thick, actually. Start off exactly how it is now with these extra hard tires. I say extra. They're not extra hard, but they are way too hard. I don't know why they would do that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there was a reason. Oh, well, I do think I remember that this one traction rolled too easily, and I don't think there was a way to lower it down, so maybe that's why they did it. Instead of changing the suspension, they just made the tires harder so that it'll slide better. But if you're trying to get traction, that's not good. Throttle test, go! Well, it slides. Let's go ahead and get our small pinion speed test out of the way. All right. That suspension's funny. Way too loose. That suspension's so loose. Why'd they do that? They changed it too much over the old one. Yeah, I'd say that's why they changed the tire compound. I actually like that. It's gonna be hard to control in some, whoa. Yeah, it's probably, it's a little too slick. All right, let's check speed. Yep, too slick. 38 miles an hour. Hopefully we'll get, I don't know, 45 with the other one. We'll check that in a minute. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. I should have been. And, oh, that's a tree. Okay, let's not do that. Yep, there's another tree. Good job. See, the other one traction rolled. At least they got that taken care of. Instead of some smart engineering, though, they just changed the tire compound and the suspension oil. Oh! At least it's nice and warm out here. Okay. Let's see if we can power slide into that. These slick tires, man. Nope. I wasn't turning. Yeah, it'll lose that rear end fast on you, but I'll tell you what, it's oddly fun. Yeah, there we go. Aw. Running start. Oh, okay. Nope. There's a slight delay. Sometimes you gotta push the trigger more than one time. It's definitely got torque. Just not traction. Yeah, I did want you to keep going. Okay, well that was still cool looking. Still wanted you to go that way. Let's try two hands. That was better. Want to get one good hop down the steps. Come on. That was not it. Nope, it's not gonna do it. It kicks up and there's not enough air control. Go that way, come on. There you go, sort of. Whoa, oh, ooh, oh, ugh. It's running away. Why are you doing that? It doesn't feel like it sticks. It feels like the spring isn't strong enough to pull it all the way back, and it just, like there's a little bit of slop right there. Aaron had something similar to that happen. Oops. Okay. It's too squirrely. Another point I want to make. Can't feel my face very well, but on the JJRC version, the Red Bullish looking one that was a skull, flaming skull instead of a Red Bull, that one also had a drivetrain noise. And I feel like I hear it on this one sometimes, but it's not as bad. Did they fix something? Was the one I had before a dud? I don't know. With that said, even if it's not as bad or as often, I still hear it, so it's still a problem. And they made some yeah, there it goes again. It's running away. There you go, there's a better look at it. Not pulling the trigger. You might be able to adjust that with trim. Actually, trim is forward a little bit. Oh, still moving forward. Oh wait, that was steering trim. There's throttle trim. Maybe that's better. No, it's going again. Why? It's gotta be the trigger. Oh, battery just died. Poop. I've got a new battery, speedometer, and a large pinion in there. That's gonna, oh, there we go. Cruise control, involuntary cruise control. Come over here. Oh yeah, gloves. What? 39? Let's try that one more time. Full trigger. I don't think that's any faster. Look at that cruise control, it's even faster. I'm kind of scared it's gonna take off on its own. 40, we got one more. Something's wrong with it. It should be going faster than that. I mean, with these tires, at least you can do good stuff in the grass too. Of course, it's rock solid, hard, frozen grass. But it slides really good, isn't it? It's a lot of fun to do transfer slides, like in the grass into the concrete. Oh yeah! It just spins out too easily. Come on, we got this one. Nope. And it's a lot of fun, but it's not right. Like they shouldn't be that that hard on a car like this. It's just a cheap feel. Between the poles, here we go. Oh yeah, I did it. So what was that? Was it, wait, now I forgot what I was talking about. Was I talking about the drivetrain noise or did I finish that thought? Oh, well, for one, with the speed, yeah, it definitely shouldn't be going 2 miles an hour faster with the bigger pinion. With the whole takeoff cruise control thing, there it goes right now. Something's obviously not right. And again, Aaron had that problem too. Probably needed a little bit more refinement. The shocks are too bouncy, and the JJRC one, they were too stiff. So they tried to fix it, but went too far. It is, it's a lot of fun to drive, but it just has this cheap, even though it looks awesome, in my opinion, it looks great under the shell. But the way it drives, that was pretty impressive. The way it drives, it just has a cheap feel, and that, not to mention the cruise control, that's not supposed to have cruise control. All right, just for fun, I'm gonna do a few jumps. Oh, maybe I'm not gonna do a few jumps. Cracked it. Yeah, that broke an axle. That doesn't happen very often. Please excuse the mess. There's a ton of stuff going on in here right now, but here's my thoughts. I talked about the drivetrain noise. It was definitely worse on the JJRC model. In fact, it's hard to tell even in the video that it's making a drivetrain noise. Maybe it was in my head. I don't know, because it was definitely a lot worse on the other one. So they did something, and my guess is it's the center differential. I think the improvements with the metal case, maybe there's other better stuff in there too. I think that's probably what it was. So I don't know, maybe that noise is completely fixed and it's just kind of a loud car. I don't feel like I hear it in the video, so I'm kind of going off memory, but it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be while watching it editing. Anyway, these tires are way too hard. While it was a lot of fun sliding around, it's not up to par for what the price of this car is. They should have kept the same rubber but lowered the suspension down, or at least put droop screws or some other option to lower the suspension, because it sits up too high. And that was the issue with the other one with the rougher or the softer tires, was they grabbed and it did traction roll. I have not rewatched that video, so I'm going off memory with that as well, but I do remember it traction rolling pretty badly. There's the transmitter issues. Supposedly its regular price is $330. Right now there's a launch sale at $299, and I'll put a link in the description with that coupon code, but I think it's too expensive. An ARMA Centon, while there are some, like this might have better electronics, minus the radio, and no one, 2-in-1 ESC. But I think this costs too much. I don't think it should be $300. That's barely $100 less than the big 1/8 scale that I showed earlier in the video, which is I think that one's a reasonable cost. If they could fix the tires, lower the suspension, or make it adjustable, and fix the transmitter, then we might have something. Probably still need to drop that price a little bit though. So, in my opinion, Aaron was correct. It needs a little more time at the engineering table, the R&D department. I'm really bummed about it because so much excitement when you look at it when it's clean. When you look at it here and then you drive it and you have problems and it was fun, but there's too many problems and that excitement kind of dwindled down.